Hey there, everybody. Today we're talking about vitamins and minerals, so let's get into it. I want to start off with the difference between a vitamin and a mineral. First of all, vitamins are organic. That means that they come from plants or animals, whereas minerals are inorganic. They're not from a living source, and that makes sense if you think about it, because animals eat plants or other animals and get their vitamins from those sources. Minerals, though, come directly from the soil or water and then are taken up by the plants. The animals that eat the plants then get the minerals from those plants. Another big difference between vitamins and minerals is that vitamins are required in much smaller amounts than minerals. In fact, we only need vitamins in what is called micrograms or milligrams, whereas we need minerals in much larger amounts. We measure them in something called grams. It takes 1,000 milligrams to make 1 gram. So when you see on the back of a food label that a certain food contains 2 grams of calcium, that means it has 2,000 milligrams of calcium, which is a lot. Let's take a closer look at vitamins. As I said before, vitamins are made by plants or animals, so they can be considered natural. But even though vitamins are made by living things, they don't come from living things. Let me explain. For example, vitamin C is made by citrus trees. Once the vitamin C is extracted from the tree in some way, like squeezing the juice out of an orange, then the vitamin C is no longer interacting with the living part of the orange. Vitamin C is now a stable molecule that will stay that way until it reaches your body and gets absorbed. Then it becomes bioavailable and usable by your body. Same thing with vitamin D. Vitamin D is made by animals, but once it's isolated or extracted from the animal, it's no longer dependent on the animal. It's a stable molecule that's ready to be consumed by a human and used by the body. Vitamins are also required in very small amounts, and most foods contain more than enough vitamins for us to consume. You would have to be eating dozens of eggs every day to get too much vitamin A, or vitamin B12, for example. And that would actually become quite expensive after a while, not to mention quite impossible. Unless you were a professional competitive eater, there isn't really any practical way of getting too many vitamins from food. There are supplements that can provide large doses of vitamins, but taking massive doses of vitamins over long periods of time can lead to toxicity. This is because, unlike minerals, vitamins are hard for the body to get rid of. So taking vitamin supplements is kind of like pouring sand in a bucket that already has sand in it. The bucket will eventually overflow, and then the extra sand, in this case the extra vitamins, will fall out of the bucket, and in this case they'll build up in your body and cause problems. Now, how do you avoid getting too many vitamins? Well, you just have to be smart and not take massive doses of vitamins unnecessarily. If you eat a balanced diet, chances are you're getting enough vitamins from food alone. If you're worried about not getting enough vitamins from food, talk to your doctor and maybe take a low-dose vitamin supplement under their guidance. All right, let's move on to minerals. Unlike vitamins, minerals come from non-living sources. They come from the earth or from water. Plants absorb minerals from the soil or water. Then animals that eat the plants get the minerals from the plants. Minerals are used by our bodies to build bones, to transport fluids, to send nerve impulses, to contract muscles, and to balance pH levels. Some examples of minerals are calcium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, chloride, and magnesium. These minerals are very important for life. Without minerals, your heart would stop beating. You wouldn't be able to send signals through your nervous system. Your muscles wouldn't be able to contract and your bones would crumble. Minerals are usually pretty abundant in foods, so it's pretty easy to get enough minerals from the diet. You might be thinking, well, what if I'm eating tons of healthy food every day? Would it be possible to get too many minerals? Well, technically, yes, it is possible. It's difficult to do, but it can be done. With minerals, the body doesn't have a good way of getting rid of them, like it does with vitamins. So if you're taking high doses of certain minerals over long periods of time, they'll build up in your body and cause problems. An example of this is iron. If you take too much iron for too long, it can damage your liver. Also, if you have too much calcium in your body, it can build up in your kidneys and cause kidney failure. The best way to avoid getting too many minerals is to eat a balanced diet with lots of different foods. Most people get plenty of minerals from food alone. If you're worried about getting enough minerals, talk to your doctor and consider taking a mineral supplement. Now, are there any interactions between vitamins and minerals? Yes, there are a few. Here are 3 examples. First of all, zinc can block the absorption of copper. So if you're taking a zinc supplement, don't take it right around the same time you eat a meal containing copper. Second, calcium can block the absorption of iron. So if you're going to take an iron supplement, don't take it right around the same time you eat a meal containing calcium. Third, sodium can block the absorption of potassium. So if you are having a salty meal, your body won't be able to absorb as much potassium as it could if you weren't consuming so much salt. Are there any foods that contain both vitamins and minerals? Oh yeah, all of them. Here are some examples. Oranges contain vitamin C and calcium. Broccoli contains vitamin K and iodine. Chicken contains vitamin B12 and iron. Salmon contains vitamin D and calcium. Yogurt contains vitamin D and phosphorus. Spinach contains vitamin K and magnesium. Eggs contain vitamin A and iron. See, almost everything contains both vitamins and minerals. Should you get your vitamins and minerals from food or from supplements? Well, vitamins and minerals are found in foods, but sometimes we need help getting vitamins and minerals from food. Many people don't get enough vitamin D from their diets. Many people don't get enough vitamin C from their diets. Many people don't get enough iron from their diets. Many people don't get enough calcium from their diets. If you aren't getting enough vitamins or minerals from food, then you may need to take a supplement. Talk to your doctor. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Click here for more information on herbs and spices, or click here for more information on supplements, or click here to return to the home page. Thanks for watching.